Welcome to the Waters. Live show. Today we are going to be looking at British nationality. Yes, it's exactly 10 years since they introduced 2.5 years to settlement and to British nationality. So today we are going to be looking at the journey who qualifies for British citizenship. After completing 10 years, you have to wait. And if you don't have to wait, when can you submit further application for British citizenship? What are the requirements? What is it that you need to do? As soon as you join us, share the program for us. Yesterday, we are also going to be giving tips and hints how to qualify and how to pass the Life in the UK test. So as soon as you join us, share the program for us. As soon as you join us, share the program for us. Yes, British nationality and the politics concerning the right of abroad. Good morning to you. As soon as you join us, share the program for us. Share the program for us as soon as you join us. Also give shout out to all those who sang their GCSE. Let's encourage the next generation to achieve and do more. Yes. Osrachi Nyambua. Yes. Share the program for us and thank you for joining us. Yes, Osono Echi Enye Abua Ampa. Yes, thank you for joining us. Today is Sunday again. Today is Saturday again. We're bringing you the legal matters from the studios of from my home, and also through Fire Life Radio and Justice and Law Solicitors. This is free legal advice, and I am happy to be here today to bring you these topics. Last week, a lot of people did ask questions about what do you call it? They did ask a lot of questions about naturalization and how to pass the exams and how to go about it. It's for that reason, because after the show, I had a lot of phone calls. So today I decided that we are going to treat this topic. Also, during the course of the week, a lot of people call me in the office asking questions as to how they qualify to apply for British citizenship. And also, some people have made the catastrophic mistake in applying for British citizenship for their children, even though they do not qualify for British citizenship. So today I think is very important, and also it's a pleasure to be here to bring you this topic, because I believe that the mistakes that others have done, this will help you to not to repeat the same mistakes. So for that reason, Justice and Law Solicitors, Lawyer David Darko, we bring you British citizenship, Section 61 and Section 16 of British Nationality Act. This is for adults who may be eligible for British citizenship. But before I go to the topic, I think I also need to explain the differences between children born in the UK and children born outside of the United Kingdom, and whether they qualify or not. Today, I think it's important that I explain this so that the mistakes that others have done, you don't go and repeat the same mistakes. So whilst I'll be bringing you the topic, I will ask that we also share the program, because as I speak, I have people ringing me. I can't find the link and I can't find the link. I was doing the best that I can, and I started sharing the link, but I have not yet finished sharing the link. So I think I will have to play this song again, because people have also enjoyed it so that I can then continue to share the program for people who are still struggling to get the link. So bear with me whilst I do this, so that we can all start from the same footing, so that they can get the best out of the program. So let's just go ahead and play this tune again, because it seems like people are enjoying it. So while this song is playing, I will also share the program. That's right. Awesome. Yes, dancing the tune. Share the program for us. I am in the spirit. Osono echi eni abua. Osono friwa abua baby. There is only one Osono. There is only one justice and law solicitors. We always bring you the undiluted legal advice, and it's pure as gold. If you listen to us, by all means you achieve your goal. You don't listen to us, you will go, and I promise you, you will come back. Like one gentleman said to me, I said, so was so yes, and you won't be baby. Say about justice and loan penalty for Nasa Yenti. Nasa Yakonia de Koya and he says, so any baby alcohol or one ye says Saba. And to justice and law, dear, we will always and always give the undiluted legal advice to our people. Anyone that comes to visit us, we will always be honest with you. We will always be truthful with you. Regardless, sometimes the truth hurts, but those who take it in good faith always succeed and achieve their objectives. Today, what are we talking about? We are talking about naturalization, or we are talking about British citizenship. How to obtain British citizenship. We are going to be looking at the timing. We are going to be looking at the requirement. What is it that you must fulfill before you can get British citizenship and then British passport? If you get your British passport, what is it that you need to do? I.e. the return of your card. The EEA card, the settlement scheme card, or the indefinite or the settlement card. Do you need to return it? If you don't return it, what are the consequences? Today, we are going to be looking at all this, just in case some of us are falling foul to the rules and the procedures, then we can take the necessary action and correct it. But before I go into it, I think it's important that I also talk to you about the following. Children born to us, or children that we have given birth to, when we are holding indefinite leave to remain, or even if you are holding British passport, are our children automatically British? Can we apply for British citizenship for our children? Do not sit there and say that Mr. Ishan has managed to get British passport for his child, and therefore I should also be able to get British passport for my child. It's very, very important that we look at circumstances, you see. Circumstances will determine as to whether a child that you give birth to is British or not. This is just by the way because of cases that has come before me recently and the mistakes that people have done. I don't want that to happen to anyone or to any child. Sometimes we feel that we need to save the pennies so that the pounds will take care of themselves. But if you are not careful, you will end up spending more pennies than a pound. And if someone put 5,000 pennies there, definitely it's more than a pound. So please, we need to be very, very careful. We must not gamble with our children's immigration future. And we must not gamble with our own possible stress that may occur as a result of a mistake that a parent will do. So for that reason, I will give a brief summary about children, how they can acquire British citizenship, and hopefully, if the child doesn't qualify, the need and the importance of you not making any application. Because if you rush and you simply do an application for application's sake, you will end up messing the child's future. It's very, very important that we understand this, because it's not everyone that qualifies for British citizenship. It's very, very, very important. So I ask that, before you do anything, you seek legal advice. I am not saying run to justice and law. If you have a lawyer, by all means contact your lawyer. If you don't have a lawyer, or perhaps you have lost trust for your lawyer, then by all means come to justice and law, because we value trust and we use trust to do everything that we do. It's for that reason that 12 years along the line, we are so on top. We remain the #1 when it comes to immigration and nationality in the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Anyone that has come to us will testify that yes, with justice and law, there is no one. We are #1. Justice and law. I say, emremu asono. Na osono sono. Yesi nechi eni aboa. Se wuyi osono free one ma aboa bi eni hono mo. Sasuna ebambrem, especially when it comes to immigration and nationality in the United Kingdom. We justice and law ubi anymore. The justice and law. I say oburuman kume watape jam or son echi any abua. And the justice and law e demufua se upese ubi kawase mao. Na OCP ne esita ubi echi any justice and law echi. Justice and law, we are number 1 in the field. Uja yo ho kwa it is said there ubo po without kukumuti enya de we utimi bopo ne kra na emu nyedin. Justice and law YCP na yesita when it comes to immigration and nationality. Ye people mu kinkon, ye people mu ahene, ye people mu akrabo osrabo for obi ni echi and obi ni enim. We are number 1. Ye demu bako pe. Entiene e dey asem ye babeka. This is where sometimes I get confused whether to stick to English or to bring P into it. It makes it very, very difficult. Why? Because we are international justice and law solicitors. We have, a lot of clients from the Caribbeans, from every part of Africa, and in fact in Europe and South America as well, in Asia. So sometimes when you do it in P only, people also call me and say, David, I was listening to your program. What a fantastic program. The reality is I could not understand what you were saying. But I could tell that, you were talking about this. But when you went to the local dialect, I got lost. It makes it very difficult. And also when we speak to English, then also becomes a problem for some people. And therefore, what you meet me and they say, get it fra. And to the just indicate on the screen. Just hint to me, say, David, repeat this in English, repeat that in P, so that, we can all benefit from this wonderful program called Emre Munse. It's been ongoing for the past 12 years. Not a joke, but yet we are still on top. So as soon as you join us, also share the program for us, and let's all educate our people, because education is infinity. We never stop learning. Yema your homework na ye share program no na ye nuanum bi so enye bi ehwe enye bi enti na also so emfa emo omobra because ekromwa embra no aya na enye easy sometimes one hwe yi obeti ahwe na ene e de asem ye de ba before say get started na me starting this simple analysis, this simple law, hopefully na ye na yate ase say ye obi pes say be say e kire anase say be say you say obi a British nia emra eda ho no a British Nationality Act of 1981 yenti nie pa say opese unhu say obi a British dia baby a ese was started from no a British Nationality Act of 1981 eno na e decide eno na e kire ese hwan na e British ni na ye hwe British mrana. So, Ocean 1981 British Nationality Act before 1st of January 1983. No. Na yewo akra bia ewo kromu anoma. Akra no eye automatic British. Na sa distinction we me personally, denti a eka madwenem pa ne say na my childhood friend, more or less like a family. And basically my mini papa na omuo ekromu anoma. Na omuo kromu ano omuo enkra bebre yen kanisa we do friend some won kra bebre no won kra bebre be those days Ashton Abrabo and in Ghana omo buy na ba ku kita British passport ba ku kita British passport and out of curiosity na say you start asking questions. I say why say unim emra enti anya dia beti ase enti na say in the end it transpired say Bako before British Nationality Act came into effect on 1st of January 1983. And Bako after 1983. And your body sana se mame hunya na papa hunya. And that would then mean say there you no before 1st of January 1983. No you're British automatic. And then krana you wo after no. Na omunya British. And that is what me for personally me to my dream. Enti no na me de kai pa de bia me ka nationality a eno na tem bia be ma dwenu first anu nti no embra ne say akoda bia ye wo ne okromu a before 1st of January 1983 no ono no oye British by birth. You can acquire nationality one of the avenues is by birth. And therefore, no, you will Accra before 1983, 1st of January, or you're British. And Krana, you will one more after 1st of January 1983, no, so be a Britisher. Yentian Yepa. Just a umami and no papa at the time of your birth, no, they were married. And one of them is British citizen. Yentian. At the same time, no law also say umami no papa and worry impo. Na se umami a Britisher. Say ya woo after 1983. Woo Accra, so mami a British in Kwandia, your mother can pass on the citizenship to you by descent. Name papa ni dear. Woo untimi na woo marry mami na. Untimi pass it with citizenship to the child. Why? And here you can see discrimination. As a me kwa kudakwa mitiye, makofa obani na wo me no obani nware. Na ebiam kita British passport. From 1983 Airbano, meet me pass it on the citizenship. Mami bano. Ran 2007 because of that discrimination. I can 17 almost had change, you know. Na yenye new 2007. Entina American is ano. Timunya to wase mami. Ye be drew. Ye kwane step by step. Ye bu ne tot. Na obi enye biano. Sana etie. Enti ebani sano na oyo obadi yet me pass o citizenship. And a man for sure say complaining say a discriminatory against men. Na ebimo argue say omo ye emra no sa said ye ya a man any yentimi nhye yeso any akwanto e yenko abontin yenko wo rough na yenye British citizenship ema omo enti no ye emra ne sa no. That is what some people have argued, whether it's true or not. But I can see the logic behind that argument. Because culturally, no, society accept it in a way as a bear dear, which you call out, echo would do PBR. But Oba echo wo ha baku, oko wo ha mienu, oko ha miensa, straight away ni atagi Obani so news mine. Until any member be brave, wo no. But bear so echo ye dia. Whether we like it or not. I say, Bema no face too much criticism. But Oba ye pe, you see, Obani yashawo, unisumai, omobra. And whether we like it or not, that is the reality that you and I have to live by. Sometimes it's not fair to judge people according to prejudice. But unfortunately, society that we live on, or we live in, whether we like it or not, people will judge you. People will criticize you. Sometimes it's justifiable, sometimes it's not justifiable. But whether we like it or not, you have to be prepared for this world. We live in a crazy world, and we live in a wild world. Because a time will come, someone will hate you for no reason, and the person will condemn you and criticize you with no justification. But that is life. It's called growing balls. When people criticize you, and sometimes you know it cannot be justified, you move on and you do what you got to do. If it's justified, you listen and you learn lessons from it. That's all that you can do as a human being in this 21st century. So that's all that I say is this. Women were allowed to pass on their citizenship, but men were not allowed to pass on their citizenship. People started complaining about the discriminatory nature of the law. In 2007, there was a bit of a shake-up within the law, and now, indirectly, men can also pass on their citizenship. And those people who were born between 2007 to 2012, even to get a citizenship, you have to register the child by using Form K or UKF to register the child as a British citizen, rather than applying for British passport direct for the child. But from 2012, Airbani say, oh, yeah, Bema kita British passport, na se uwa. Na se, Accra no one outside the UK mpoa, Accra no British automatically. However, if the child is born in the UK, a different story. Ukita indefinite, and also kita British passport. Na se, a child is born in the UK, the child is automatically British. But what I was saying, related to children born outside the United Kingdom. So that is the distinction. So that means, so kita, your friend is say indefinite, and also kita British passport. Na se woman, yentieni you, woman, and son of a British passport na emkrano. They don't qualify for British citizenship. I beg you. Men your British passport application because they don't qualify. And even if you try to make that application, you'll be making the application under discretion, section 3(1) of the British Nationality Act, where a decision based on the discretion of the Secretary of State. The Secretary of State ana be decided as a memfama akrana nasema memfama akrano. Now, a notorious application to make is very, very difficult. And I will use one example for you to, to illustrate this. And I know some of my Asian, Utime, Manchester, now. Papa, your boy, am I yedene babai? Yedene babai, and yama crano indefinite leave to enter. After 2 years, we decided to say a British passport ama akrano. And the normal rule no say obi the indefinite ba. I will say any pane eka 5 years. And say na wetini apply for British citizenship. On this occasion, I sat down with Michael Essien. I explained the situation. And I said, look, there is every chance the Secretary of State will be sympathetic to your child's cause. And instead of the 5 years, we may be able to get a British citizenship after 2 years. So we agreed, we developed a plan, and we did the application. Unfortunately, the application got refused because the Secretary of State argued that the child has not been in the UK for 5 years. And then I had to go back and do reconsideration to explain that the Secretary of State have a discretion under section 3(1). If you look at the child's circumstances, this is a child without a mother. The father is British, stepmother is British, all siblings are British. If you are traveling to America, for example, are you telling me that this child should go and apply for visa from American embassy? If they are traveling to Europe, are you telling me that the child should go and apply for Schengen visa or necessary costs and stress that can come to this family? And then I went back, I gave examples and scenarios in which the Secretary of State ought to use his discretion in favor of such a child. And hold and behold, they accepted the argument and granted the British citizenship to the child after 2 years. But all that I say is this: when a child comes to the UK and the child has got indefinite leave to enter to join a parent, the rule is that the child have to wait for 5 years. After 5 years, the child can apply for British citizenship. If you apply for British citizenship sooner than that, then there is a risk of refusal. So if you don't get lawyers like Lawyer Dark and Justice and Law Solicitors, then of course you are taking a bigger risk. Even us, initially they say no, but we don't give up. When you kill thousands will come, and we never give up. We have to go back and fight and get it. So that is us. And that is how it is. We went back and forth and got it. So all that I say to you is this: under general terms, under normal situations, is 5 years. If the child comes to this country with 2.5 years visa, don't even try it. Because in order to get British citizenship, you must be holding indefinite leave to remain or indefinite leave to enter. So please, don't say that, oh, my friend the Bini Baba, Nancy on ba, yewa koji British passport amano, entino also ba, esa oji British passport emano. Enya sana rules in it here, enti yenye very careful. Obi enka se untimi British passport mauma, but the timing is very, very important. You cannot compare your situation and your circumstances to anyone else. I will say this and I will keep repeating it and I will keep saying this. Because at the end of the day, everyone has got different circumstances. And someone's circumstances may be different from your circumstances. And therefore, for me, it's not good for you to sit there and think that it's okay to basically to apply because another person has applied. You need to look at your circumstances. you need to look at your situation and then do what, and then seek the right advice and apply. Because if not, you could end up messing your child's life up. You could end up, messing up big time. So all that I would say to you is that, British citizenship is not a joke. You have to be very, very careful. If your child do not qualify and you put in an application, we all know what is happening now. You put in any application, it can take up to a year. So imagine if your child's visa is expiring in December and you mistakenly submit an application today for British citizenship while the child doesn't qualify. You'll be sitting there hoping that they will grant British citizenship. The visa is expiring in December. Before you know, they will come back to you in June 2023 to say that you've done the wrong application. By that time, your child's visa has expired. Technically, your child is illegal. Under those circumstances, what are you going to do? So all that I say to you is, please, if you are not sure, you don't know what you are doing, don't risk it. Don't gamble with your child's life. And I ask that, we are very, very careful, because once the mistake is done, it's very, very difficult to redeem the child. It's very, very tough. Cases have come before me, like I was saying. And these are, practical examples that we come across every single day. And because of confidentiality, you can't mention names, but, obviously, you can use the information to advise the next generation so that such mistakes do not occur, or such mistakes are not repeated. So I beg you, it's a big step. If you have a British passport and you give birth now, the child is British, regardless of where the child is born. Whether you are the mother or the father, whether you are married to the father, you are married to the mother, it matters not. So since 2012, the law has changed significantly. Also, if you have a British passport and the child is born outside the UK, personally, there is no need to apply for indefinite leave to enter. Because if a child is British, the child is eligible to get British passport. In that sense, County Justice and Law Solicitors, we would ensure and we would apply for British passport for the child. And I can guarantee you, if you listen to advice that we give and the conditions are right, the child will be coming to the UK as a British citizen rather than as another country's citizen. The child will be coming here with less scrutiny. And as we all know, if you get to the airport, you see where British people pass and you will see where other nationals pass. So you have that flexibility and also that ease of crossing the port because of your British citizenship. So for me, it's very, very important. Apply for British passport for the child whilst the child is outside the UK. So when the child comes, everywhere the child goes in this country, it paves the way. Where's your passport? As soon as you flash the British passport, it gives you certain benefits. We should not kid ourselves. So if someone tells you British passport is not important, ask the person, have you got one? Why is it not important? These are questions to ask. Because sometimes some people cannot get, so they will say things to put you off from actually going for it. Personally, I'd rather have it than not. If I have it and I'm not using it, fair enough, it's my own prerogative. But not having it and bragging about it, that is not good. For me, it's just a philosophy of a fool. So for me, it's important. If you qualify, try and get it. How do you qualify for British citizenship? That is the question that a lot of people are asking. Share the program for us as soon as you join us, because I could see that the sharing has gone down. So please do the best that you can. Share for us. So far, I could see that it's about only 16 people who have shared. So let's do the best. It's 17 now. So let's do the best that we can. Let's use the next 2 minutes and share the program, because it does help me when people share the program, because it stops people from calling me after the show and asking the same questions. Because of that, these days when I finish the show, I switch off the phone, because I cannot continue talking. It's difficult to talk because you have to prepare the program for about 2 hours. You do the program for about 2 hours. That alone is 4 hours of your life is gone. 4 hours of your Saturday is gone. If you entertain further phone calls after the program, you will end up spending about half a day, talking. And it's very difficult to talk, sometimes, and we beg, work with us so that, we can bring you the best every single week. So also try and share the program for us as soon as you join us, so that people can also benefit from everything that we bring. So where are we? Now you are going to be looking at British citizenship. Once again, British Nationality Act of 1981 dictates who can become a British. And for the purposes of this representation, I'll be talking about only Section 1 and Section 2 of the British Section 6.1 and 6.2 of the British Nationality Act, i.e. British citizenship by naturalization. The question is, who qualifies to become British? But before that, let's look at the process. To qualify or to apply for British citizenship, the first thing that you must do is to submit your application and pay the fees. Once you submit the relevant application and you pay the fees, you will be asked to apply to enroll your biometrics. It's very, very important. So once you've done your biometrics, you will then have to wait for a decision. Once you get the decision in your favor, you will then contact the council, the local authority that you live at, or the local authority that you selected, that you will do your citizenship ceremony. Either they will contact you, or the grant letter will ask you to contact the council. Once you contact the council, an appointment will be booked for you for citizenship ceremony. And with the citizenship ceremony, you can invite a family member to accompany you to the ceremony. And once you attend the ceremony, you will be given your British citizenship certificate. Once you get your British citizenship certificate, rule number 1, you must return your biometric residency permit card if you have been issued with one. If you fail to return it within 14 days, you will be there is a risk that you could be fined £1,000. So we should bear this in mind. Once you obtain your British citizenship, you must return any card that you may have. Why do you have to return any card that you may have? Because under the retention of data rules, no British citizenship should have their data retained by the UK government unless they have committed a serious crime, they have been convicted of a crime, they are serving prison sentence, and so on and so forth. So if you are a British citizen, you are free from this data retention, and therefore as soon as you become British, they have to take the card and destroy any data that they have about you, unless of course data has been is being retained for maybe some criminal enterprise that you were involved in, and so on and so forth. The question that someone may ask is that, but if I get my British passport, what about my right of abode, my indefinite, what happens to it? We will come to that. That will be the second segment of today's program. We will come to that. So you return it, and once you have your naturalization certificate, that then gives you the power to apply for British passport. So without getting British citizenship, you cannot apply for British passport. If you want to naturalize, if you are a foreign national living in the UK and you have indefinite, you cannot simply just go and apply for British passport. However, if you have indefinite and you give birth in the UK, the child is British by operation of the law. In that case, you can apply direct for British passport for your child. However, as an adult, if you get your indefinite, it does not allow you to apply for British passport straight away unless you apply for British nationality by way of British citizenship. The question is, who qualifies to apply for British citizenship? Two ways of qualifying through naturalization Section 6.1 and then Section 60 of the British Nationality Act of 1981. Under Section 6.1, it covers those who are not married to or the civil partner of a British citizen. Let's listen to this very carefully. Section 6.1 covers those who are not married to a British national or someone who is British and the person is not in a civil partnership with that person. So Section 6.1 covers you and me. For example, maybe my child has come to the UK. My child is not married to British national. My child is not in a civil partnership with a British national. So that covers such a child. Or you are married to someone who has got indefinite leave to remain. The person is still Ghanaian. The person is still Nigerian. The person is still Jamaican. The person is still Gambian or Senegal or Afghanistan. Then Section 6.1 covers those people. Or the person is a European national living in the United Kingdom. And through EEA, you manage to get your permanent residency or settlement scheme visa. In this case, you are covered by Section 6.1. So now let's look at the requirement under Section 6.1. To apply or to be successful, the applicant must be over the age of 18 when they apply. The applicant must be of a sound mind, i.e., the applicant has got the capacity, the mental capacity to make a decision to become British, because some countries do not accept dual nationality. And therefore, if you become British, you may lose your nationality. So, for example, countries like Netherlands, countries like Germany, if you have a German passport and you become a British, your German passport, you may have to give it up. It may, I think it depends on the circumstances in which the person obtained his German citizenship. But my understanding is that German law, once you reach 18, the age of majority, you cannot hold two passports. You have to choose one. So in this case, Ghana, for example, we accept dual nationality. You can be a Ghanaian and also be British, so you can hold both passports. So in this case, if you are a Ghanaian citizen and you also want to obtain British citizen and you have a sound mind, you are able to make decisions for yourself, then of course you can take the second requirement, which means you have to be a person of a sound mind and you understand the decision that you are taking. And to the first requirement is your application now, a few and the etwaso say we are under 18 what the enfie do 9 do nsia do and so on and no untimi enye sa application yi gi say we the enfie 18 years and above the etoso biem sebe eni say owo adwenmu yare bia na side decision na we make no e wo say ote ase ese oba be British ni na oba be British ni no, it comes with privileges and also responsibilities. And untina ese uye obia of a sound mind. Also, you may have to live in the UK for a minimum of 5 years. And then another can one seven. And to talk about empo eba na so kita indefinite leave to enter. As what for 5 years and send with me your application now. So what are you obi okita indefinite and no so no I was say otina have for 5 years. Say what worry your friend say EEC ni ana wenya indefinite wo hwe emre ni mu ya mu say wo worry EEC ni a no rules ni be different because time I worry EEC ni na 5 years no we twa sa 5 years gap no and so worry EEC ni a just what I train 1 year e be kan na ye 6 years no qualify for British citizenship. And until I'm worry EEC for no I know my trust to say after 1 year you can apply for British citizenship because you have already completed the 5 years. It's very, very important. Now obi shame obeka say never say ana yesi say de just 10 years also echi enye aboa. Mami take this break me ba ye beto aso me pay so bia no me dane me ho aba mano e yawo na afi yenum so kakra na yenko yenim obruma koma enyumwe eye me de se oda pajan osro echi enye de enye aboa tina me bonyumwe atwem ma penso bia no na afi yato aso penso bia na afi yato So the 5 years, people look at that, and once the 5 years is done, obviously you qualify to apply for British citizenship. But I must say this, what I want to say is as follows. 2019 December, Home Office changed their definition of a good character. Good character has always been a consideration that the Home Office takes into consideration when making a decision concerning whether to grant someone British citizenship or not. The definition of a good character was extended very, very quietly that a lot of lawyers were not even aware of until later on it became transparent. In the guidance notes, where the Home Office put it in that when they are making decisions in relation to British citizenship, they will also be looking at the individual's character, including their immigration history, and check whether the individuals have also broke immigration laws within the last 10 years. So this has led to a lot of confusion within this field. What is the confusion? Because if you look at the British Nationality Act, it tells us that after 5 years of living in the UK lawfully, you can apply for your British citizenship. And therefore, by definition, if Lawyer Darko, I am married to European national, and through my wife, who is EE national, I have managed to obtain 5 years and then indefinite, then by definition, I have completed 5 years under Section 6(1) of British Nationality Act, and therefore, I must be eligible for British citizenship. However, when it comes to character test, Home Office, not within the law, but within their guidelines and within their procedure, has stated that the Nationality Act talks about someone must be of a good character. And their definition of a good character is someone who has had a clean record in the United Kingdom of 10 years. Obia omum rane so da for 10 years oti krumu anamo. Enti afa sele adako me fa ensu ase ne ba ye me ensu ba. Me ba so no sebe me honye buku kra me ni bi. Anam ko hu justice and law for ana wo kan me options e kire me. Enti aba de sa na chesa adwemmoni aba bitirim ene mi hu baby oba stop kradam kwa akoye ne lie because minim se fama me ne nipa ne ho ye nko ade a me susu kakra be ka me enti makoko shia biba e wo Brixton market nyame be kire shop ebia meto me su visa ne form visa abiba ne nam ho etonton ne bread ni koko mihuna na ja me de kobo so ane fai se na biba so ye European ni cheso kita ebia Belgium passport oba betene kromu ano ane ja kakra na biba se ne ye nware aja obi kan ye one stone to kill two birds me shade moreover no masenya relationship on top of that abiba de nkrate sa ya mami enti eba de sana many abiba ye ya mami 5 years 5 years na chi no makwa konya indefinite enti semnya indefinite am I allowed to apply for British citizenship and section 61 say yes because after 5 years you let me apply so unya indefinite na unya 5 years no na unya indefinite na by that time na 1 year kwasa be so not just what apply but we should the definition of a character test in a home office is no say what boomrane so da enti ebia me fa from ba ye yemfa say we are in 2022 so let's say about 2016 bidin so ase na ba me go share biba nyambe kire 2016 me ya biba lie bibia fai you know say ye tibom ya ware bibia ekoso kama say 2021 menya me indefinite in 2022 when you about account to make 6 years. In that case, do I qualify for British citizenship? Section 61 says, name home office guidelines in and the character test definition of character test. The fact is said before, see me baby share biba. Number ya dark miti kromwa illegal. No? Home office guidelines they say as a punishment. And that means he said as a can for another 4 years because make 6 years of clean record. From 2016 up to 2022, 6 years. And the Home Office guidelines say, "Sada mi situation here they are, and as a punishment, just a menya 10 years clean record from the time I want a Jimmy to Muse, me a abiba kunu, and the mama kwama matinem no men santinem sa. Now until say such time I menya 10 years clean record. And nothing a naturalization, anama rules no I am because we buy no qualify no one call the baby obi so tiwa on qualify or say na dey na kwame ba ya oba sam ho no oko and the fatu trim overtaking is allowed obi ane ne shebre enti menka say obeja obi enti e wo say udi kan eja obi no onim kwan ko obi fa so baaye ebi onyakro no ne yiri mpo eje British ni ebia onyakro no omumra so e wo kromu ada o overstay da ono oba or the plane ne buy say you me ba me nsuo ba me fa nsuo so ne buy enti me fa me ho enko compare obi or the plane mu buy na me nyam Libya eposo aso ochi ana nyam adom me do Italy to Belgium to Germany to France and then to UK of our countries here so ne buy of our countries base 60 so ne buy ono no don't stop from Kotoka International Airport to Heathrow Stansted Airport. And to walk on one no, any wow bar direct no. Yes, I say in a bedru, name boom, and your come back when I never should be drew ye. And to Memphis own compare will be as a Ubecromo Jano, I don't know about the sound because Ubiane a coin of fast buy. A coin of fast buy anybody determine how long you have to wait for. Some record will be any to Sikas will be a pay. Now, opinion be can send be. Or say how fast you run is determined by what is chasing you. Na alarm clock enyane nipa okromu awo. Nebom adwentwene anyhow and enyane o. Say alarm clock de ebo a utimi dum no. Na no ano aye free. Na say wo landlord eba begin so generate rent. When twa rent obepam wo betu a. Eno na eba wadwini mu ma soro kwa adwuma. Enya alarm clock. Say o ma e wo Ghana na twika school fees utua every month. Enu ne nya no furu kete so anase wo mpa so enya alarm clock enti very important. Now what we are saying is residential requirements it can be 3 years, it can be 5 years, it can be 10 years. A bit depending one kasano or circumstances. And also, you the applicant, you must be physically present in the UK within the last 5 years of the application up to the date of the application. I know it's very confusing, but it's technical. And you refuse to cross for power. You should say. Don't can say, oh, your application for British citizenship. Now say you are going through the 5-year route now. You have to make sure, say, at the date of the application, you know, you must go back 5 years and make sure, say, that day now, so now you are physically present in the UK. And you should be say another date 27th of August. So lawyer Darko, may your application for naturalization now. I was making sure, say, 27th of August 2017, I was physically present in the United Kingdom. So my application, you know, now 27th of August 2017, now my passport in Zambia and I said Ghana application, you know, they will refuse it. Don't ask me why, because that is the rule. And he said, oh, baby, application in it. Now you say 5 years ago today. Now say only physical in the UK. I was a watching. Emma and Nanny be become until say Tamana we physical in the UK and then you submit the application. And young funny said 5 years ago, lawyer Darko, nominam Jalalabad. Me to spices, abe UK barbeton. And Tilamo Jalalabad, Abia from 20th of August until 30th of August. So me yam application now, you be refuse me. Because 27th of August, 5 years ago, Nambo Jalalabad, Namenya physically present in the UK. So these are hidden requirements. Lawyers you checking. And to do our tifino ye two no. Oh, there be na say they easy. We want to 2 seeker mu. We are for the do seeker. What is the point? Sankrofon they be soon be your office. This or kwa no kwa mess up or mess up. And then I will lawyer no phone no nya no twa wadapa. Masa obi ansoma wo. Go and make that mistake. And a chroma mistakes are very, very expensive. And a chroma yempacho. And running your soul, massa ununyame. Obian spell. I won't spell aga. A very, very important. Oscar Bay and a car nasem. I say simple. Also, baby beua. Nani yirisuru. Oh, it's a very, very important. That's an idea. No, oh, yeah. Now, we seek advice, not the right thing. And therefore, no, say if 5 years ago of today, na mini hanuma, na se mo Jalalabad from 20th to 30th, and the application se me yene na ese me twen, eni se me submit it until ebia 31st of August, and that's 1st of September. Na me go krumua, na my application, and na just say, make me satisfy our 5-year requirement, you know. And the law also say that you must not be in breach of the immigration rules within the last 5 years. And to make sure, say, within the last 5 years, or valid visa throughout, you have not overstayed your visa, you have not breached any terms of your conditions of your stay in the United Kingdom. And also, within the last 12 months of the application, you must be free from immigration time restrictions or immigration control. And nothing as a European family member, nas unya indefinite. Yes, I was a Emma another 1 year, so. Because once you have indefinite now, you are free from immigration restrictions or control. And nothing a Europe before no, more mukita settlement scheme, more mukita formally permanent residency. Unya indefinite for 1 year before you apply for British citizenship is because of the 12 months requirement restrictions, you know. I will say unyanto boasie Emma 12 months SRBS also said you must be free from immigration control. The Tosibin, you must not have had more than 450 days outside the United Kingdom within the last 5 years. Entino say okwa application for naturalization under section 6.1. I will say ultimate proof say you have not had more than 450 days outside the United Kingdom. 450 days, you know, as we know, no. 365 days a 1 year. And therefore, no, 450 days, 365. So therefore, you're looking at about 1 year, maybe 2-3 months. So you have to say 1 year, 3 months. So definitely, you must not be outside the UK for more than 15 months within the last 5 years. And one kasana is your calculation. Now, and also, no, you must not be outside the UK for more than 90 days within the last year of making the application. And you're very, very important. And to say, oh, Baba, your application, then you need to go back from 2022 to 2021, 27th of August, and ask yourself, since 27th of August 2021 up to 2022, have you had more than 90 days outside the UK? If the answer is yes, your application will be refused. If the answer is no, then your application will be successful. And also, you must have an intention to have the UK as your main home, unless you are serving for the Crown, you are at the Crown service, or you are providing a service to the Crown of an international organization, which the UK is a member, or a service of a company or association established in the UK. And also, you must pass the Life in the UK test and can communicate in English, Welsh, or Scottish Gaelic to an acceptable level. And you are a person of a good character. Character nature say only outstanding criminal record. Character nature say you have not breached the immigration rules within the last 10 years. In some cases within the last 5 years, in some cases within the last 3 years. So this is something that we all need to understand. So if you are making an application under 6.1, then these are the requirements that you have to be aware of. The next question is, what if the person is married to a British national? What if the person is married to a British national? If you are married to a British national, the rules are covered under Section 60 of the British Nationality Act. It's very, very similar to the one that we have talked about, Section 6.1. The only difference, or some of the differences, is that instead of the 5 years, if you are married to a British national, you have to be in the UK for at least 3 years. The rule is that because before that, some time ago, when you marry British, after 1 year, you get your indefinite, and then it went to 2 years, you get your indefinite, and now it has got to 5 years, you get your indefinite. But the nationality rules have not changed as much to catch up with what is happening in other areas. And therefore, the nationality route is still 3 years. Once you have been living in the UK of a minimum of 3 years, you can then apply for British citizenship. That is if you are married to a British national. So now let's look at the requirement. Let's just go through one by one. And then after that, I will put a link of the Life in the UK test and also the English test. I'm going to place it there so that those of us who are struggling or who are panicking in doing the Life in the UK test, they may be able to benefit from this. Bear with me for one moment. Sometimes, you know, as you're doing the program, people are sending all sorts of texts, and sometimes it makes it very difficult to catch up. You know, your head is everywhere. So, but what can you say? It's one of those. You do the best that we can for everybody. So if I'm slowing down, that is the reason. I'm looking for something, and at the same time I'm talking as well. So forgive me. The Life in the UK test, I'm going to put a link here, on here, so that you can have a look at it, and I hope and I believe it will benefit you. I have clients who have used this method to pass their Life in the UK test. They were struggling, and someone gave this to them, and it has helped them. Someone will say bigly, it has helped them a big time. So I also felt that, you know, I need to keep this link. And if someone is also in need, then I can help that person that way. So I am putting the Life in the UK test link. And if time permits, we will try one of the exams here and see how we will all do. So I have put the Life in the UK test. If you click on it, you will see that it will take you to the link and it talks to you. It's an audio, and I believe that it will help you. The English test, I'm also going to place that there. How to book the English test, the link. By all means, you can also follow that. And also how to book the Life in the UK test. I will put also that there for you. Booking Life in the UK test. Yes, booking Life in the UK. I will also place that for you because my job is to help people as much as I can. I cannot help everyone, but those people who want to be helped, who are here listening, we will do the best that we can to help you so that you can pass your test easily with flying colors, so that you can also achieve your goal, i.e. getting the ultimate. Yeah, so we will do the best that we can for you. Life in the UK test booking. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna give you this as well. By all means, it will be beneficial. Bear with me whilst I try to sort this out for our brothers and sisters, because people call me all the time asking for this information. This will also stop people from calling me once I put it out there, so that I can also have a bit of peace of mind and concentrate on other things. So Life in the UK test, if you want to book it, this is the link for you. Let me paste it there on the comment section. Okay, let's see. Life in the UK test is also coming. I'm pasting it there. This is Life in the UK. So now I have given you the link to the test, to listen to it and how to book it. So this is how to book it. Also the English test, I will recommend Trinity College of London. I don't know anyone who has done it and failed it. Level B1, Trinity College of London. Level B1, Trinity College of London. They have centers across UK. So when you go and you are booking, you should be able to choose the test center. The test center that is closer to your house. Because if you put your postcode in, it will tell you that this is where we are doing it, and then you can choose wherever will be convenient for you. I hope that today you're not gonna call me and ask me about how do I book Life in the UK test and what test to do, because I'm giving everything out today and I'm taking my time to do this for you. I hope that you will all benefit from this. Trinity College of London. Yeah. Okay, so Trinity College of London. The test now you could see sometimes they call it GESE grade level 5. Sometimes that is what they call it. I'm going to give you the link, and you can just follow the instructions. They ask for your passport details, you make your payment, and that's it really. The test level B1, the trick is that you choose your own topic. So don't forget that you can choose your own topic, and then you talk about it. Someone may say, how do I choose my own topic? It's very, very easy. All that I say to you is that try and talk about something that you are comfortable in talking about. So for example, if Lawyer Darko, I am sitting these exams, I'm going to do English test and I have to choose a topic. I am not going to be talking about London, and I'm not going to be talking about Leeds. I'm not going to be talking about Liverpool, because I don't know so much about these areas. However, I'll be talking about Ashtown. If I talk about Ashtown, I'll have so much to say about Ashtown. Why? Because that is the place that I grew up. And therefore, I have more experience, life. You know, my personality was formed in the streets of Ashtown. And therefore, if you ask me questions about Ashtown, I will be, you know, I will find it easy to talk about Ashtown than talking about maybe Manchester or Leeds. That maybe I did not form my formative years in those areas. So, for example, if I am asked to choose a topic to talk about, I will say, okay, I will talk about Ashtown. And then the examiner will ask me, what is it about Ashtown that you want to talk about? I said, well, I would like to talk about Ashtown, entertainment. I would like to talk about food. I will talk about people in Ashtown. I will talk about maybe entertainment or prominent people who have come from Ashtown. Maybe I will talk about the fact that, you know, Ashtown is the capital of Kumasi. I will talk about the fact that the Menchia Palace, if you like, is at Ashtown. I will talk about that. And history, the fact that our Ashanti Confederation had their independence in 1935, before Ghana even had their independence in 1957. So these are the things that, you know, historical purposes, I may want to talk about that. So if I'm talking about that, the examiner, I will know more about this. I will know more about Ashtown than the examiner. So the examiner cannot challenge me on facts about what I say. Even if I make a mistake, the examiner will not know unless he goes and research it. But he hasn't got time to go and research it. You know, so this exam is all about your ability to communicate. You know, so I will start by saying that, you know, Ashtown is located in the Ashanti region of Ghana. It's a place that is vibrant in the sense that it's a 24-hour community. You know, everything is going on in Ashtown. You have the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, Ashtown has got a reputation of bringing thugs. But yet, I come from Ashtown, I'm not a thug. So it goes to say that, you know, when you don't expect miracle, you know, miracle could happen. You know, nobody expects anything from, what do you call it, from Nazareth. But all of a sudden, Jesus Christ was born in Nazareth. So basically, you can make this sort of communication. You know, you can talk about famous people, you know, someone who grew up in Ashtown, who worked his way up, or to become a president of Ghana. You know, all this stuff, you can bring that in. You can bring about famous footballers who have also contributed to their national culture through Ashtown. You can talk about the National Liberation Movement led by Bafo Akoto and all the rebels who were living in Ashtown, where Kwame Nkrumah, you know, got those people arrested, such as Salifu Amankwa, and so on and so forth. So you can go on and talk and talk and talk and talk. And basically, it's only 10 minutes exams before you know the exams are over. And because of your talks, you get your pass and you go about your business. So you have all the information there. So this is just an example. So by all means, you know, it's a strategy that can be used. You know, passing exams is sometimes not just about knowledge, but it's about thinking clever and being smart. You know, if you do that, you'll be able to get your way and get your pass. You are not there to please anyone. You are getting to get your pass and get your British citizenship and get yourself out of the way. So now that you have all the information about, you know, examples of the test life in the UK, I've given you where to book it, and also naturalization, where to book it, and the English test, where to book it, and also the practice questions. We will do one live on air and see what we all do. So the answers, everyone is going to type. When they say it, you all have to type your answers. I will also type my answers, and then we will see how we do. You know, I'm not saying that I'm a lawyer, so I know it, or I don't. It's far from the truth. But the reality is that the more you do these things, the more you equip yourself, and you can do this. You know, don't sit there and say that you cannot do it. You know, that defeatist attitude, no. Get it out of your mind, because you can do it. If people can do it, why can't you do it? That's how it is. So now let's look at British citizenship if you are married to a British national by way of Section 262 of the British Nationality Act. Once again, you have to be age 18 or over. you must be of someone of a sound mind. You can make your own decisions and you understand the decision that you are making. And you are married or in a civil partnership with a British national on the date of the application. You have lived in the UK for 3 years, a minimum of 3 years. And you must be physically present in the UK 3 years as at the date of the application. Once again, the same formula applies when I use the 5 years. So if the application is being submitted today, we need to go back 3 years ago. So that means by 27th of August 2019, we have to be physically present in the UK. If not, the application will be refused. So if we are not physically here in the UK 3 years ago, then you need to recalculate it and wait until the day that you were back from your holidays and so on and so forth to make the application, maybe somewhere in September, to make sure that you satisfy the 3-year physical presence in the UK requirement. And then the next one is that you have to be physically present in England, Wales. Yeah, I've just talked about that. Also, you must be living in the UK for 3 years, and you must be free from immigration control on the date of the application. So when you are making the application, you must have indefinite leave to remain. Once you have indefinite leave, you are already there, you are going. Also, you must not be in breach of the immigration rules within the last 3 years. Also, you need to bear in mind, you have to bear that in mind. And also, you must not have had more than 270 days outside of the UK within the last 3 years of the application. So if you're not in the UK, then you must not have spent more than 270 days within the 3 years whilst you are living in the UK. And within the last year of the application, you must not have spent more than 12 months. More than 90 days within the last 12 months outside of the United Kingdom. And once again, you must pass the Life in the UK test and the English test, and you must be a person of a good character. So once again, good character keeps coming up, so stay away from trouble and do the best that you can. If you can't find a location in where you are, just look at their website, bring them up, they'll be able to tell you what to do. It's very, very important. So that's all that I can say about naturalization for today. So that is all that I can say for today. Let's take this advert. When we come back, we will continue the program and we will do some questions and answers, and hopefully that will motivate you and encourage you and give you the vim for you to know that you can also make it happen. You can also do it. So that is how it is. So let's go to, let's take this break. Let's take this advert. And when we come back, we continue.
Megaful, Uyamanka, wow, die papa be our Ghana, and so a num no cry asantino, who send ya, who bet manisika, say yes, what you mount. It's in a paradise city. Ya did this beautiful ultramodern city, Apatema, Community 25, Whooper standard, executive, semi-executive quality buildings, Yeni paradise city, here home out. It's as if you get brochure about Ghana and Tino. Your payment terms no so, and a phone book call, who penny self finance. And as a monkey, Paradise City. Oh, your telephone numbers, you so UK +447 908 475 802. Paradise City. Ye Juma pa Magana yefe ankasa.
Party na la so ba fa me ko e abaya bi e ko hia nsa ba nse me nya nka ta ma no and again ti you na we say ba ma party asi ya so nya nka ta ma I'm sure be bopun me de me hu ya we di wasa bom bi mo e be fi kese fu ko te to ko ni e ja wo ko unye na unya na ebo fume yakoma etu
na da majira kwacha bom na da na mpesum bebi
what yakoma ni nsu nyina ayi afiri ho because if you can for
na ada moti ha mo ntwa na moda so tifi ha
na we only me maka nchiro e na unya so koye nkata ma obi o me so oyo okay kura
yo mesremo pi ewi ase de obi ene ho tifi ase mpakodo ene mmemu so de obi ene ho betena ho amata abada ho so owon kame ene ntimi srawo se bank ata asem ko ande a na se wuni krata wo krom ha na wunya nkrata mesrawo adwuma ba ko pe ena make am for amount eno ane justice and law solicitors lawyer ye fe no openda ku David eho ena owo never immigration sem landlords and tenants family legal documents civil litigation wills and employment issues ni nyina papa odi hu djuma ewo ho na mesra mo maba betu mu ne America tira mu momfa mo maboso mo tom
na wo kai papa otime akonto ko nyina ma ye se bia obi aju sika zo on beso do tia no so otime ye ko djum
ni nyina lawyer benda akudi ni nyina hu djuma na ne ayi mani ka awon ho ne se wo ye ntoko chan se ba mra mu dia so wo je wa se ne so onwie ya papa onyini sa enfase
pacho hefa no azena so wo no
yo me pacho obehunu justice and law for ewo unit 35 Euro Link Business Center 49 FR Road Brixton SW2 1BZ now the telephone number any 02077385841 and I say the mobile number 07538969589 Miss Snow and then they said the migration for senior blue room hano share and one traho ama and for now quiet if you feel that could be found cat as justice and law solicitors.
Hey, Ojam, also suitable one the way you are on idea see a woman idea that for my coffee.
And yes, she penny will finance up of a bad yinchi. And I'm saying lawyer Brenda ko afaton ho so say obeboa yen Ghana 43 wunti memle da bia e free anopa du ba ko ekobo awia donko lawyer etna efidia e fire life radio so exercise memrem e wo ho enti e free memle da e be ne memle da ka bia na for fidie ne to fire life radio na tie lawyer ene emrem nsem e wo ho ti free na radio justice and law solicitors ne ba bro
Amway a company kesiye omode niyama pa abedwa so omo niyama ni bi ye health products, beauty products and a home care product. Omo health products ni bi ye vitamins and also food supplements. Beauty products ni bi enso omo wo enku anase mna ebema wo honam atoso really atoso se no omo home care products ni bi samena edi huhuru nkukuo mu ni edi twitwi adwaye emu de wo pe bia no ubetimi enya bi ewo Amway se ope emu nsamatie anase wo pe bia to a yesre se frɛ owura Emmanuel Eson ewo 075 076 30487 075 076 30487 and also so say abelfo amansanten tan kese no so ubekunu o machira kwan ewo www.amway.co.uk/user/ms na ofre owura Emmanuel Eson and also so say wutuns ansa eko amansanten tan kese no so wo website no so a omuni ubedi nkita ho fefefe enu na owura Emmanuel Eson beka cho say ende na onanyen
right
Amway
and nanyana ampa okay yanko yenim. What do we have again? Once you obtain your British citizenship, will be able to say Scotland centers no ebi ewo ho ana the link no atutwa enti link no se be can straight mu no with the postcode shema your nearest center will come up enti mesre p ese obi follow instructions no aye dia ma no say o hwempo na say baby e dia ma no ufi say baby enu a closer just ring them up and they will be able to tell you what needs to be done. And to make sure you follow link, all that you need to do is to press on the link. Or do postcode the schema, because they have centers across the United Kingdom. And it will be very odd, as say it be in Scotland. I can bet you there is one in Scotland. And you just follow the link, put your postcode, because Scotland is so. Say Edinburgh, say Glasgow, say Inverness, whatever, once you put your postcode in, it will help you to select the nearest place for you to have your test done. Now, life in the UK test, a year for life. And you know, personally, if you turn microphone, it's a main train, koyen intent in free, because at the idea saying events a change, history a bit bad neighbor, in terms of the big can they count. Na bed in this way more. Nemo moya in tema na ama bed in manageable. English test in the ANA is valid for 2 years. Into motion ye. Timesop life in the UK test in for life with Nakasa Munya and to 1 more. And Timua Afina Motam neba besono. Men train Emma Tamane Swansa. Because exam pressure enyadepa. Pressure de enyadepo. If you can avoid it, avoid it. That is what I will say. But if you cannot avoid it, fair enough. But personally, if you can do it and leave the certificate. When the time is up, just pick it up and apply. Come to Justice and Law Solicitors and we can do justice for you and get whatever you are looking for. But don't wait until last minute. O chairman visa neighbor we know about Justice and Law. Was me bro, me quiet testing about there be. So the man by any. Because sometimes one here a cause controversy. And you best be ba one and a bra precon. Ba no why you ready, ya dear now, you're submitting us in this work. Because say who in few men be the winning, in few men say be the winning, 6 months be the winning. Now one make you good use of it. Now be Kenya after I didn't done critical no. Now it could cause too many problems. In rape, unfortunately, a genuine P and I said yenu be more just a genuine and send I the right thing. A Johnny Maya near 2 years, as in fire. It will be Jabby Bobana say she then our brains are activated for us to do what is right for us. It's measurable. Say, O qualify as a terminate a banim, terminate bear. Meant now, Emma terminate so answer. Not because me who yanka. The name penny for can, Yasim who yanka, and then ama or 1 a 2 corner. Sanity, and penny for say, Obama time. Sebi say Obampo send ho tan and ti say and I saw da woman and ti say obi ba ne ho fa woti ne baby so enti no ade ne de fa ho a na wanom if any say queenie ene aduru anyon na che say wetimi aye de what passing intentive no ate o nsa afri ho tedi atam ne so a emedane ohaw ene kone na ema sana etie enti no de be kana no right of aboard, dear bear, dear. I am not a repeating for say right of aboard, Yes, right of aboard, yes, sick edible passport to HSC, you have the right to come and go, i.e., it's like indefinite leave to remain stamped. But this one they call it right of aboard, HSC. You don't need the permission of the entry clearance officer to enter the United Kingdom because you already have permission to be here and work in this country. Now, say the any situation, say we have application, I say we have naturalization, I say we indefinite, and I say right of abort in Ebra. And no, Ebanisana, why? What do you do? Yes, Embrane say, since Wababe British, you have a right of abort already. By virtue, say we are British citizen. Name won't mean for naturalization certificate, Imagina Airport to say, we are British citizenship, into essay move room, okay, as I did now wapim, waka. A yadia miana sana avi match. Now I was wondering, where's a Peter Ghana passport? Name get a naturalization certificate, name drew airport and the Chere Mame Bremana. Home Office guidelines, which is very recent. Omo issue here. Almost say no, in this case, no, Omo room, just look at a British passport. Timesemu P. Yenyanoma, Omunya Krata, as and Kane, at Yego Mosono. Gamube pre sabe can be bia yen tijai. Me kwa Ghana. After banana no work a lawyer would do more money. Or party ya say you and ya no be fro. Or be so he's expecting you to drop everything that you are doing and come to his rescue. But we cannot work 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And if you one can also take precaution and never be unnecessary. Men taking unnecessary risk. Never for a how Emma partner any woman any lawyer so a how will be any pay. Yes, we are dark one. Frame man I made a man find Tommy Jim Seeker. Maybe so many feeling, but the reality they say, sir, a how any of much then I'll be coming on. Any stress I'll be coming is worth it. If it's avoidable, do the best that you can to avoid these sort of situations. And to right off aboard, when you're a British citizen, you have automatic right of aboard. And also, Commonwealth citizens who have had the right of aboard immediately before 1st of January 1983, and who have not since then ceased to be Commonwealth citizens. Once again, that is what the law says. These people have a right of aboard. The killer is that once you obtain British passport, they will not put the right of aboard stamp in your passport. And therefore, no, if you are traveling, unfortunately, you are stuck with using British passport and your other passport to be able to go and come as you may please. And to say a Ghana, that's all Ghana, is who do Ghana passport and no British passport. And to do Ghana, who do Ghana passport at Chom and the room. Oh, Basoswa, as well, British passport, who do her with their Chom and the room. Sometimes there was a time, and now almost you cannot use two passports interchangeably. But that is no longer the case. Oko Ghana Immigration Border, or my website, or making it very clear. A case went, I can't remember the name of the case. A case went before the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said that if you're a Ghanaian and you are traveling and you are holding a Ghanaian passport, that should be enough. That should be it. And therefore, I can say it in authority that if you are holding Ghana passport and you are going to Ghana, you can use your Ghana passport to enter. I've done it. I did not encounter any problems. Maybe also no, we use British passport and anybody. You know, and therefore, no, I don't see any rule breaking in this respect. I know you know, you take examples. Test no, ye na ye bi na ye hwede ye be ye one. Normally the text takes 45 minutes. We are sure say we can take about 15 minutes to do one. This test no, ye hwe test no amount for say adding. So when you na adding link na media to no so no ebebo ye nuanom pii. What the young link in this one and ye tie some of the questions on the life in the UK test. Ye hwe questions ayana so omo edi ebusa. Na ye hwe any answers ayana ever. Where is it? Life in the UK. Where is it? Me try say me calling it up why Timon function one moment. I'm on for making comment in here a free system so. But we do the best that we can to bring it up for you. Life in the UK. Let's see. Good morning. Santa Cruz, your church will be a tuning, be a teaching through the Spirit of the Most of His Majesty. Okay, let's look at this. Life in the UK test. Booking the test. This is about booking the test. I'm looking for the test itself. One moment. Meaning baby alpha. I get a free system. So, ti I mention I mean some fambo sisi amamonafi. Yenye practice na yen share how it is. Because ubu ha ye dia boni hu on peso be hwa de ne kra. Ana de bia wote na da na adwendwene. Eba ne sa no so a emoa e wo se we hard na we tough. Now utimi de kwahihye so na utimi try wo lack. You know, because what you are now complaining about it, it's not going to change. Obi o ha what you na mintimi obi ma ne nyama me sa. Beso bi ku prison. Share. They say the son man on Nikromo, oh, dear Grobedem. I'm telling you, no one is going to try that for you. At the end of the day, no, Nipan same one a bit me trianaka, I won't take his risk, no. The Cochini tumor, that's it. When the life is finished. Now, say, India, maybe, yet not quite to your sentence, no. And also, so you say driving test. Or call no, your man cross, near Cochino. That's it. Punishment, your man, and ye easy. Scam same one a be charging Nipano, Cronubu on ma and yefe. And you know, the victim I can say amount for and you're very, very careful. You see, I mean, the life in the UK test may be a one in your mind. Where is it? Okay. right. I'll send another link, but I don't know where it is. Okay, I can play it from here. Let's see. Yeah, let me play it from here. I was going to play it from there, but I'm struggling a bit. Okay, let's play it from here, and let's try and see what we can do. Life in the UK test, British citizenship test. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay. Yentie
the UK to look after the area in which... What are 2 responsibilities that you will have as a British citizen or permanent resident of the UK? To look after the area in which you live and the environment, to look after yourself and your family, to stay in the UK forever, to promote work in your local community.
Pacho, so one question of Busa. Was this a witty crumu animal? A dear bayna, a year was said ye. Set a was away. 2 things. Into question or say answer me and a year correctable. Into choose me. Into choose me, no, Yamana yen senti.
What are 2 responsibilities that you will have as a British citizen or permanent resident of the UK? To look after the area in which you live and the environment, to look after yourself and your family, to stay in the UK forever, to promote work in your local community.
Enti obvious question we are your common sense. I know you may be at all. Was it A and B? So we apply common sense. You will see, say, I agree with the person, A and B. Because, say, what a krumwa, baby, what you know, so making sure, say, baby, what you know, a safe environment. And Tina, yes, say, what baby that will be committed crime, and what's a report or no. Say, who say, a man for again, young brassem, our community man, as a good citizen, and what's a report to my police. No police for so be your own juma. And therefore, no, when any magic and your common sense. And no, you said definitely it could be one of the answers. Yenche too, no. Obia, wabobra, any obia or you're responsible. And therefore, no, to look after yourself. So one kasa, you're responsible for yourself. Not say, you're responsible for your family. And no, a your responsibility, a your abrabo. And yes, a brand say, what talk an intimate show back. And your brand say, well, see, yes, you an intimate show back. And when you pay any sono, and if it's an ebra. Now, a bra, any day will gin in the community home. Obia will bra, any day or gin in the family home. And ye did and ye de bobra. And you know, yen ya better so A and B, officer no they are correct, meaning the yarn. And yen answer no, yen check answer ninja. And answer no, and I better so no. And oya won't say, so when you're corrector, now so green. So, won't say about green. And you know, you check it answer no, about say you're correct. And are you correct, you know, then you go to next. Yes, next one.
Where is the Big Ben located? Buckingham Palace, the Tower of London, Trafalgar Square, or the Houses of Parliament?
So wabusa bibi say Big Ben. Say woman in Big Ben no. Big Ben here clock bi na e body and bi hu kakraka no. Sa Big Ben no, baby e bo no. Omo busa say ehin ne bo. Sa dan ne bo ho no, e ho na eye emrahye bidwem e wo krumu anamo. Enti no se wunim dia ene na che say media sa ma dwene ye me. Enti question busa ne say, where is Big Ben located? Almost say Buckingham Palace and a Big Ben Eboana. And I say Ebo Tower of London. And I say Ebo Trafalgar Square. And I say Ebo Houses of Parliament. Media man mono Houses of Parliament. And you know, musu wait me them answers at board the so yen hwe de musu mo dwene. Ya twam mama ferry. Ebia de make akra na meti. Why? Ti we adisia uti anya hwe. at least you know uti ni sesi ana na wo kwa akoye test na wo be kai baby wo be hu say justice and law ye di ba afidie so e be kan ho asem enti no Mr. Kwabena Ofori Ansu also na me ya adwene Big Ben about Houses of Parliament enti ye choose Houses of Parliament ye nhwe ye choose Houses of Parliament ye checking hwe ye checking hwe no so no abaso say e correct Houses of Parliament Big Ben eno na aba abeto so no say teaching way I'm telling you unyen free baby this is justice and law legal matters ye enye say commercial side nkwan ye dwene nipa ho yanko next one so no ye reading na ye hwe.
When were men and women given the right to vote at the age of 21? 1918, 1903, 1928, or 1923?
Okay. O say ahaso so ema a omedi enfie 21 kono. Da be ne mo power ese omutimi de vote. Na answers omedi aba no 1918, 1903, 1928 and 1923. Now eno to be honest with you, me shadan kai answer no. Now I do remember say it's linked to the suffragettes. And it's linked to the World War so. Until when we say any video about 1918. Madria me say that is the correct answer. Until you be choose to 1918 no. Na ya say correct. And your corrector, you become correct answer no, you na yesua because say yesua there. The more you are doing it, the more you get to know it. Until 1918, ana ye choose washe. Until ya share sebenya the corrector 1918. 1928, until when you have 1928, and say and then a answer no. The BTA 1828. Walai, the BTA. Until and at least all options 24 questions say unya at least 18 right enti 18 no ubetia ye dey say uti 4 pe enti no yenko yenim enti no now we know say the right to vote for women over 21 started in 1928 enti utia so the 2-3 pa next time eba say okay now no, another question.
Where is the UK geographically located? Southwest of Europe, northeast of Europe, northwest of Europe, or southeast of Europe?
Okay. Or see UK. Where is the UK? In Europe. So we share UK say and Europe a good side. It is a Europe. Europe, a fana UK. And that's what the question is asking you. And you need to locate yourself at Europe. And to Europe, not just say a hena your friend is saying UK so ewo. So ushe UK map na say I just type and a Europe no egu the right hand side, your left hand side I Republic of Ireland and the Northern Ireland. Now if you open, now if you call South America and North America, into Europe, you're right. And say who Europe dia and when na UK ewo. And you say UK be what left. And you say what left no a east and I say a west. That is the question that you need to work out. Now work it out to be naka say be a west, a north and I say a south because this is the directions adiano edi edi abraying. Oh God, where is it? Okay. Nsa kumia so manatiko asemo. Okay. Mame empushi na yenko yenim na yedu bia na yewo no. Okay. So in Europe, we say northwestern part of Europe, northwest, no, everyone is saying northwest. And therefore, no, because when we say southern Europe, you're very careful. when they say Southern Europe, they are looking at Spain, Portugal, and Kekao. Now, Ushe map on this so ye France, any Germany, any Holland, you know, I say Eben. And therefore, is it north or south? Ye been Italy and I say ben Germany, any France. And you know now, Ushe roughly calculating now, rough calculation now. Then I will agree with what a lot of people have stated. I say a northern northwest part of Europe. And you know that would be the correct answer. And you know, let's go for it. Not yenshe. Northwest of Europe. And you know yenchusu not yenshe. So being the correct. I believe that is the correct one. Okay. And you know, I just actually say a correct one. Northwest of Europe. And among from where
is the UK geographically located? Southwest of Europe, northeast of Europe, northwest of Europe, or southeast of Europe?
And you know, you say a northwest of Europe into Yagrimusa. They are Tosubian,
Who is the patron saint of Scotland? St. David, St. Patrick, St. George, or St. Andrew?
Aha, a chroma so countries now within the UK, no, almost be a friendly saint. Now, or say Scotland, almost saint, you know, your friend is saying. And we say St. David, St. Patrick, St. George, St. Andrew, choose one. And also, so, well, we answer no Nadia, but you're name. And no, tricky woman say, my main choice idea. Tricky woman say, Sekase St. David, link it to Wales. Sekase St. Patrick, link it to Ireland. Omo ye green, no. And I kase St. Georgia, and England, and to Scotland, St. Andrew. And untina almost St. Andrew Golf Course, and to the first show I give him, sir, as a St. Andrew Golf Course, Scotland. And to any video about or St. Andrews, Menelia Adrene. And you know, you choose St. Andrews near Sibian the corrector. You choose St. Andrews, you know, are so green, a chester a you correct. Tianko Yenin, but see Yenina near Shesebe Passia. Among for say Eddie, you know, yen testing yen shade. We cry yen soon, you cry in you, and to the yen cosona yen try. The Tosubian, number 6.
Which two houses fought in the War of the Roses? The House of Chester, the House of York, the House of Lancaster, or the House of Newcastle?
Okay, ahano a chrome one to kwabisi, you know, the War of Roses, a history. And Obusa say, Mwamo tribal bay and now say which group are normally part of the kinship, no, Omokonsa and Tokano. Na Wachese House of Chester, Watida, Mimentida, House of York Diamati, because Duke of York, Matibi Bisa, and a Duke of Lancaster, as Matibi Bisa, House of Newcastle, Mentida. And Tiani say, no, we just have to apply common sense. Then a commoner, Yati. I doubt it, say the Newcastle is part of it. We'll be actually Newcastle, but I doubt it because we use to, or say which two houses. And personally, I would choose the House of York and the House of Lancaster. And that is what I will choose. So we see York and Ian. Hey, Ian Bianca Lancaster or Machro. And you know, House of Lancaster or Ebanesano. And you know, personally, I think it's House of York and House of Lancaster. And when Mati are a sound right in my ears. And you know, we can try that. Na yenshe. And if I choose House of York and House of Lancaster, and I'm also correct, you know, House of York, House of Lancaster, and you know, it's linked to the War of Roses. And we say, and we say, no, the 2-3 ma aya eboa. Oh, ana o ye ni na so na wusia. Because who ti cry nyehwe, because ni na wusia. It's all about getting it right.
The Bill of Rights in 1689 confirmed the right to vote for all adult men. True or false?
Okay. I see the Bill of Rights. The right to vote for all men. And I will say you true because we show women there now in 1928. Anna a buy. and a chrome one, remember I'm vote. Then the question that is now tingling me and say, wasn't it only for the rich or the poor to were allowed to vote? Personally, I would say that it was the right. I think it's yes. So if you media, I haven't read the book. This is just going by pure force. We will see. Marketing may say true. It's interesting. Obviously a force, obviously true. It's one of those things, but sometimes you have to go with instinct. If you haven't read the book, my instinct tells me, say, yes, Bill of Rights, it was a big deal. It generated the right to vote in this country, and it was for men. Women in them days were not considered to be worthy of voting, and as a result, there were rebellion and revolts, and as a result, the suffragettes came into play. And then in 1928, and then a man almost yet woman. Ain't it say a true or false? My dream would say a true. Hey, a false. Wow. And now we know say the Bill of Rights did not guarantee right for all men, and not all adult men. And all my can't force no, all you're right. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is this.
What is the cenotaph? A flower, a Christian church, a war memorial, or a theatre?
Cenotaph. Cenotaph. Let me just explain this so that we can speed up a bit. A war memorial. The Ababebo London. Or every 11/11. Ayana Omu group. I remember the war dead or the war, whatever, So the cenotaph is a war memorial. And well, wouldn't answer with me by all means. The cenotaph is a war memorial. I think that is the answer. It's not a theater, it's not a Christian church, and it's not a flower either. Okay, whenever you are getting the answer is a war memorial. Okay. I almost said Busa. Okay, Yanko.
Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK? Mary Stuart, Theresa May, Margaret Thatcher, or Florence Nightingale?
The first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, they are asking 1. Mary Stuart, Theresa May, Margaret Thatcher, Florence Nightingale. Well, we need answer. No bit me the aboho more. Me the Margaret say Maggie Thatcher. I do remember back in 1979, 1980, 81, one of my school teachers at City of Kumasi, Mr. Pesum, I said, yes, you have to be great. You have to be great like Margaret Thatcher. Yeah, Margaret Thatcher. The man was speaking as if he said he knew Margaret Thatcher, But then again, Maggie T. Sana Maggie hear me. I just said ampa Margaret Thatcher. Timon Maggie T. Just a Theresa May is the second one. And people think say Liz Truss is going to be the third one. Next one.
Who chairs the debates at the House of Commons?
House of Commons.
The Bishop, the Prime Minister, the Speaker, or the Archbishop of Canterbury?
Yes, House of Commons. The person who supervised the debate. Is he a bishop, the Prime Minister, the Speaker, the Archbishop of Canterbury? If you know the answer, by all means put it there. In my mind, is the Speaker. He is the one, order, the Speaker of the House. Or not a control house, that is what I think. If you have any other answers, you can also put it there, but I think that is the answer. And the is the Speaker of the House. So there we go. This is where we have not even read the book. This is, boom, boom, boom. Let's see how we do. Okay, so let's go.
Who was the captain of the English football team that won the World Cup in 1966? Sir Roger Bannister, Sir Jackie Stewart, Sir Ian Botham, or Bobby Moore?
Right. I see England, Omoji World Cup in 1966, my nana a captain. Na Oshe football, Omoto Nyumbi is coming home. Football is coming home. Is coming home. No more bo a DB, Sir Ayinimupa. Na Obidi Ababe Bohonomo. Na Sir Crawford, them say no me brothers. Na Ombo Manchester United as a visa, and Omo agitating when they come to football more. Obidi Abebo Bobby Moore, meaning the Yargene, and he choose Bobby Moore, Nienshe, say a yampa. A yampa so Bobby Moore. On a captain in England, Omu team, and Momu J World Cup. ewo ekuru mu anamo no ana eboso no enti yenkoye.
When did the English defeat the Spanish Armada? 1466, 1066, 1254, or 1588?
Once again, we didn't answer that true, mommy. Now I know said 1066 BBC. I cannot remember what it is, but I suspect that it's 1066 because I've come across that in history, but I cannot remember what it is. But if you know any other answer, let's know. I would choose 1066. I'm not sure of the answer, but in 1066 there was a war, but I don't know. I can't remember what it is. But hey, if you know the answer, let's go. I would say 1066. Sometimes, you know, you have to do subtraction and you add some, you take some. Let's go. So Unimansana was me. Obviously 1588. Obviously 1066. Yanko Yanim. Medium fee said 1066. I could be wrong by Yenshi. Oh, 1588. The person is right. The Battle of Hastings is 1066. Yes. Yes, Define right. And the Spanish Armada is 1588. Yanko Yanim. Okay. Now, yes, let's look at the next one.
Anyone can make a complaint about the police by writing to the chief constable of the police force involved. True or false?
Yes, we also or say anyone can make a complaint to the police by writing to the chief constable of the police force involved. True or false? Yes, if you believe that the police have done you wrong, I believe that you should be able to make a complaint. And you know, personally, I would say yes. I could be wrong. If you know the answer, let us know. True, obviously true. Yeah, let's see. The answer is true. You can complain about the police. In Ghana, you complain about the police, you get beat. So that's how it is. So let's go. What is the... Okay, let me just read it.
What is the minimum age required to serve on a jury? 16, 18, 21, or 25? Yes,
jury service. What age do you have to be to serve on a jury service? You are waiting for your answers. So please come up with it. If you know the answer to serve in the jury in the UK. So if you know the answer, by all means, let us know. We are waiting for you. If you know it, then by all means, let us know. In the UK, what age do you have to be to serve in the jury? If you know it, let's see some answers. Someone is saying 18. Any 10 more, anything less, because 18 appears to be the age of majority. Once you reach 18, you are considered to be an adult with a sound mind. If you have any other age, then by always let us know. Majority are saying 18, so let's go with the 18. That is what my mind is also telling me, so let's just see what we can get. Say 18, the jury service, it says 18. So, hey, more beyond, young way. My idea, more boy, Juma. Aha, 18. Let's go to the next one.
How is a jury selected? From the NHS registration system? Randomly from the electoral register? Alphabetically from the telephone directory? Or from a postcode selection?
Once again, or see jury for no, say ye oma, a kwambeni first you from NHS registration system, randomly selected from the electoral roll register, alphabetically from the telephone directory, or from postcode. My mind tells me it's from the electoral register. If you know the answer, by all means fire. Okay, I'm for a choose. I'm see B from the electoral register. Okay, let's go. Randomly selected from the electoral register. And Wintina, sometimes you know, if your name is not okay, so the answer is right, people. You got it right from the electoral register. Selected basically. The answer is right. Okay, let's go.
What is a bank holiday? A public holiday when banks are open all day? A public holiday for people working in banks? An additional day off that every worker in the UK is entitled to? Or a public holiday when banks and many other businesses are closed for the day?
Okay, and to so many months I'm on famra. Dobusani said bank holiday a day by day. Or say a public holiday when banks are open all day. we know say no dey any true because banks no a bank holiday omumie enti dey yin no free. A public holiday for people working in the banks. Enti bank for no kan na yom holiday ana and say it me obi a holiday. Enti no see him say out. Third no or say an additional day off that every worker in the UK is entitled to. Bank holiday doesn't apply to everyone. Tamaklo diaba say AEC. Obisu say D no say a public holiday when banks and many other businesses are closed for the day. Enti bank any other businesses close for the day. Workers said that so kwa adwuma na. Marketing no if you say AEC, additional holiday everyone is entitled to it. And untina okwa adwuma yama double pay no. You can take a day off. You don't need to work on a bank holiday because it's a holiday for everybody. Sana me the market hear me. Obviously AD, obviously AAC. Wow. So C and D, which one do we go for? In my mind, I think it's C. I will choose C. Let's see. Hey, AAD, a bank holiday when bank and many other businesses are closed for the day. It's one we can't see. Here can't see here. You're wrong. The answer is D. There are public holidays which are called bank holidays when banks and many other businesses are closed for the day. I don't know the right answer. Some of them can be very, very tricky, but who read the book now, very simple. Next one.
What will you be given to vote before a general election takes place? A poll tax relief, a number to queue at the polling station, a poll card, or and specific time for you to vote.
Right, we so the man sana by all means ubetimi e dia to no. Se wo kwa kwato aba o se de ne de ma a poll tax relief. I don't know, normally it's probably tax returns when money being come back to you. A number to queue up at the polling station. Yeah, my number be at the queue up and I say my poll card. And then they send it through the post, And I say any specific time for you to vote. Then the amount will be actual poll card. But then the and poll card. Yes, the answer is poll card. And also so no, not just say, oh, go in. When Nana ama udisia, the wootino, not the 2-3 years. Said they are uko huni baby ma ubetini idea, ubetini enya the right answer. Okay, young queen.
Which of the following statements is correct? Solicitors' charges are usually based on how much time they spend on a case, or solicitors' charges are usually based on the nature of a case and its importance.
Wait here, one cancer, minimum answer. Or say, which of the following statement is true? Solicitor charges are usually based on how much time that they spend on a case. And the solicitor ya wajuma obi obe friend lawyer na friend no. O friend ni na no record time no. O friend 10 times obe charge you £10 times 10. And the more o friend no. The lawyer is entitled to charge you according to the time or spending your case no. Some cases is also no complications in the case can also determine the price. But normally the time or spending war no. Ana what they charge you. And to be what one more, obefret lawyer no ridiculously, obefret no unnecessarily. Na se lawyer ne charging na also complaining say ade na charging is. Then we are making unnecessary phone calls and unnecessary demands. What do you expect the lawyer to do? And where the young American by now natural. And of lawyer bina de bia o tatan or phone calls so who say or send a bill and also you go pay pa. And or him David abeto say enti yen choose a na yen hwe say correct you choose a so sanete correct enti yen na yesua say o bombard wo lawyer na so be ma lawyer pressure na o friend no unnecessary o friend ni na no time I was spending na no sa time na so de be charge you enti no afutuma omo enimo no enti we dey won asa ba be frasa.
By law, which two types of media have to give a balanced coverage of all political parties and equal time to rival viewpoints before an election? Television, internet, newspapers, or radio?
Okay, I have also put two your friend is saying two media more say elections in Baswa mo be making sure say you give balance account. of what is happening. Into my selection, television, internet, newspapers, and a radio. Enti enono, dear hena, mufi se eye answer. Me de madwene say eye television, any radio. Enti wo answers are different answers are so bit media ba. I may say majority na see TV and radio. Because enona eye more regulated. Newspaper and any internet media do be a people no true go so. And untina say we are very careful, you know, where you get your information from. So we a different answer on some famra na you hu de ye enti obia say say majority na see TV and radio. Am pass so TV and radio. And then so more balance coverage.
Which of the following territories is a crown dependency but is not part of the UK? Northern Ireland, Wales, the Channel Islands, or Scotland?
Okay, I'll say which of the following territories is not a crown dependency, but it's not part of the UK. Oh, tia kase UK no a countries be. Yenim say Northern Ireland is part of UK. Yenim say Wales a part of UK. Yenim say England a part of UK. And yenim say Scotland a part of UK. Enti the odd one out no a dey. Among for see AEC. Enti me no mo ya adwene the Channel Islands. Enti yan say correct. Enti e chese a correct aso green. Enti no ye koyenim.
What did Sir Frank Whittle invent in the 1930s?
Ayirio.
Radar, hovercraft, jet engine, or ballpoint pen?
Okay, yes, so be the Frank Whittle. I don't know who the hell this Frank Whittle is. So when you answer na mon famra, was it Diana or yeah, the Frank Whittle invented? And you know, so when you answer na, also between I can't show no. Frank Whittle, why I didn't invent it. Or see radar no crana there. I don't know what radar is. And or see radar one. Oh, come on. Okay, Frank Whittle. I see radar, hovercraft, jet engine, ballpoint pen. And in this case, you know, when you answer na faguo MIA. What did Sir Frank Whittle invented in the 1930s? 1930s, you know, Frank Whittle, Edena we invented. So when you answer by always with me, Ediaba. Now Frank Whittle no crown on a wire. And you know, when you answer, bo na yonko yenim. Omubusa, radar, ne me sure say Eddie can cry by. Anna hovercraft, and also say something new, abba. Ballpoint pen there, and no man for say China, this is say the Egyptians. And a jet engine, and then a sound more a bit more than kakra. In too modern. And a BC radar now, a BC jet engine. A BC okay, jet engine I suspect is that one. And yes, you see jet engine na yenche te ebeyenwa. Frank Whittle, the Wright brothers developed early 1900s. No, now there was a chase to develop aeroplane and jet engines into the highest standard. So I think if you look at the timing now, fit into that kind of scenario, that area, into jet engine. Okay, and to what Frank Whittle, not jet engine about again, into Yemfa to Yagin, Frank Whittle jet engine, into Yemfa and to Yagin Musa. Important, I say, you know, Ubisian, yes, Frank Whittle jet engine, Yemfa and to Yagin Musa, if he said, boy. Okay, young next one, so.
Who wrote The Daffodils? William Blake, Robert Browning, Lord Byron, or William Wordsworth?
Okay, now this is I don't know even that daffodils what it means, but daffodil I think is probably it's a flower, but it looks like someone has written a book about it. The question was who wrote that? And it's giving us William Blake, Robert Browning, Lord Byron, and William Wordsworth. In this case, you know, William answer na ubitimi idea aka amayehu. The mechanic said basically baby or manya dia be hu answer so read the book na, but say what exams room na say when you're sure you can sort of guess, and if I say educated guess, you know, in this case a lot of people Wordsworth, people have chosen that. Personally, I don't know the answer, but sometimes you have to look around and we choose to be D. I'm on for D, you choose to D, and pass also D and Abba as the answer. And what we need is 18 to get it right. Let's go to the next one.
Who was given the title of Lord Protector?
Who was
Charles I, Charles II, Winston Churchill, or Oliver Cromwell?
Yes. Okay, we know a proper history. And also when we do book na enyadia ubihu. Omobusa say why na ye man a title the Lord Protector? Why na a protected crown? Ama war and sensem bibre to no and sensem bibre si. Enti no what we need answer no osusu ubetimi ede aba. Now I have an idea who this person is. Enti no unima osu betimi the answer naba na ye call your name. Or you be a kromwa war chese omo boni din pa chese okontokwa pi Charles ndi won so ndo ya ahemfofo no ana Winston Churchill the 1940s ya second world war no ye bibi but obi no ye hardcore you know war pa na chese Oliver Cromwell eno no wagidin ewo kromwa na mo enti say what war Lord Protector of the crown na chese ebia eso the two agim say Oliver Cromwell enti no ye choose Oliver Cromwell ni hwesi bi nyansa na ye choose so ampa eno na eye answer no sana etie ye nkoyenim me say the last question ni or say okay I didn't even read the answer.
What are the 40 days before Easter called? Diwali, Lent, Hanukkah, or Valsaki?
On say a Cromwell a Christian country some almost here. And you can say Diwali, I say Diwali, a Indian festival. Hanukkah, no, I say be Jewish. And Abia Vasaki, no, so it sounds foreign to me. At least you can say Lenta is linked to Catholicism or maybe Anglicanism. So my common sense would dictate to me that it's probably the Lent. I'm not 100% sure, but when you are doing subtraction and addition, you are more likely to choose that. Among for when one fans and among for CB, and you know, Lent, you know, and also the answer, you know, and Easter. Now, any question to do with Easter, days before Easter, now, not just say you are Lenten. And you know, say, yet me a pass and I see a failure, Sana etie. Yeah, when Buga you know, and a pass about Biguso, yet the Takashia pass. And to be Gino Catcher say, testing anything, won't even pass here. Catch and say, go to hell. I'm going to do my best and I'm going to pass. Because at the end of the day, no, if you are saying the Takashi BBR, one fair near day, not so Jaw, and a mean to me. Now, what they unsia, you don't put in the effort, and I will turn, I will pay excuse anywhere. Questions, no, a year 40 minutes now, when at the 28 minutes per night, when no crown, ye Casa FM, and no crown share at the 28 minutes now. Imagine, say, what's your idea, what's your book in, what board you net here. Oko ya who answer na, it will come to your mind, it will come to your head, and you'll be able to do it and pass it. Obedience meanwhile is between you and your God. You must be serious and you must take it serious and learn as much as you can. Yede Takashi fe mu no, enye ngesi na ya pass no. Within 18 minutes, ade na so no o be 45 minutes. And to mean say Kenya to was here kra na ke analyze answers ni ya, and ke betime nya ebia 24 out of 24. With this we got 20 out of 24. And therefore, no, all that we needed was 18 to pass. And 18, now we cry na yenshia, I did Takashi, ana I femono, and a speed of it, yes, I am intenting. Yan we do question over ya analyze ya minimum, and I say boom, and I cry me a passing. How much more say, we take you time, now ubisia, now ubakoye, now passing. Unless it's a winning ray, it is ana etie. Oyadako. My mafia with the meeting aye ede aboa mono no enti bia amatro for nothing o question bia na also obedi ubetimi afre na wabusa yen take questions and answers for about 10-15 minutes na after the jumedi na aba na wieye because about 1:30 ya preso ya start 11 enti yakoye nim Until now, you take about 10 minutes. Now, you can answer any phone calls that you may have. The number no ID did you man still 07538 969 589. The battery cray you into the emission. Now yeah. More and I say I also I okay. Yanshe say mbetimi afra battery ni ye wunti ye money sharp na ye unko. Number no 07538969589. I'm fan to screen so wa person free bia no ebusa question bia no by all means mbetimi afra idea ebusa. Tibetia etwemko. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to you, sir. Nampacho did say nakase free.
You Governor of free nakase in Pacho.
Hey, Mr. Kabno free.
Yes, sir.
I'm a book with what we are good to power. Who the master singing now? But who can't wrong one? Who can't wrong answer? Why are dear? Why are dear? Now me follow power. But we say Nina now. What we are good to him rough. And yet easy.
As a professor, Nina, what do you want to do? Oh, really? I really prefer in the case I am also about support a dear and I'm a demo. Say, make a share, you cry, and Munyama, justice and law, a war. Now I'm crashing us on comma. I don't follow it. One of my omujidina I tan. Now, on what Matthias and said last week, my friend can say, me bar application to Ghana. Then I know Yasaka. Now, I got a swab it. It's me come and you I'm say, and the kind of Sabbath now, and it is a woman say, or do negation gun. Then we start a question back. Because we need the passport to 200. Question if I know ye, the final could not a 2 after the says if I hear any man shot in the so I think. Need I just a lot more than more. Because maybe I'm a cancer. So I catch myself for A, B, C, Pabra, look for A, B, Q. Q now I'm for C now, the way the Q. And giving me on him, Diana. Or one at the one share or no names a rainbow now the bar, everyone, and near Juma. And both say, oh, we now one day knows that Untinia, that particular thing. Manina was a window, Mintini, into commerce with the farmer. Now, in chair, drink. Yes. I'm not doing any problem. So, we're telling him that's also open Kanakuran, not the baby sound, the Kamunokura. But I said, when the bonnie be paying Kurana, catch us in your bonnie with tea. No, crowd of us will be my boss. Oh, not Kuran lady dear. And as one city or no Canada, if you know a bit my every payamo, the best Remiano. So lawyer Casam meeting a lawyer or chair a year for. It also be used to know. Exercise to say, as I'm saying, to see an. And Yadia, Uka, Uncha, Uka, Bicha, said the bossy, and one other will know. And teacher lawyer too, would be a fat. Now, yeah, would you obey Tino over the pen paper? The obey can let us easy to your brain. Yeah. And I come to your mind. And to the obey channel. When it was, I said, when you are to look to an answer and take a share as I'm over easy. Now, when you obey Tino, sure. And I will follow screenshots, no shit. No one's actually because the moment I have the pen paper, oh, trouble, not collagen. That's right. Usiana Beka. And do that, I didn't tell my as I'm so the OTT and our Chukuku. Quite no, yes, I revision was a book now, what show they want to do. The old kind of Totten Jaguar. Yeah. Good so that we can easy cry. And that's Rebiano. I'm passing like a kind of credit. Will be a bit mentioned. Nia could grow Jodi, so anybody. One more much channel. And I did piano what the cell, especially the also any part. I can't be doubting. Also, that's right. That's it. Yeah, that was CP, any uncrunching. Because that's all that it is. The Obenyane wrong, no, and no na SO pay attention, I do 2 3. Said the next time when you cobble so, where they ubit me. Now what passing out so soon ajo. And here that was a power for your contribution. Yami insure no koso enya wokesi. Yen no na mo fra mo ntimi ngro mi na mo so betimi afre. The number no still 07538 969 589. With your bare 5 minutes be so one Friday na che say e kwa no.
Your course now frere sisi are very busy. Adwuma egu ye so pa enye enafom. Adwuma egu ye so tie ya so ayeshi. Enti no after show no be frere na person busa questions enya dia be nyai. Enti best repeat so person frere this is the time to call. Number no still 07538 969589. And then you can neutralization one sense you need to move various means in which people can satisfy, or people will be able to if you like apply for naturalization. Time say na eso mo train say no ma apply ni na ya kan ho nsem enti no so bia ene de na menya wadwene say obekru ma gya nipa no ade na oni akro qualify ebia no oni akro no obae no omu mra ne so da omu immigration rules so that tebia no or valid visa continuously ebia oba so no or the kwan pa ane bae it is a 10-year rule no and I say 10-year clean record and a character test no it may not apply to him or her until therefore no untimi emfa oho enko compare be direct sir until no enu nyina ye niam a we say ye hye ne enso obia ne ne de odi na. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you. Nampacho di lisa na kase free. Mame Boatman from Dawson. Young oh, Yami Aldrum, no hoya.
Oh, yeah, the tattoo. In fact, I mean, to the exam to make one more share. And it be anywhere, said you for so you, yes, so they will pay the kai, wouldn't you mean yet? Before so share which married. Now, why am Pacho? Now, we could find a papa. No, but in a ha. One should be to my exams and while I be to my exams in the
a bit dependent. Young fan is a walk of our baba. Over Kofa Akran na Akrani di ABR 16. And by the time Ubika 5 years of Krumbuano, not just a wabru 18, no. A banisana, a was a testing, life in the UK test and the English test. Now, Embum so Kofa Akran na Akrani di ABR 12. Now, after 5 years, no, we're 17 or you're under 18. In that case, and it's a way testing, because testing is only applicable to those age 18 to 65. So, obedi over 65, the person is also exempted. And Tisana Quaquay, TB depend your chronic age any time or person your application.
That's it, lawyer. Then there was why you dear pa na Kakra Mekana say. And there's a weird man to move phone on our bank holiday no rest
Sa.
It was a holiday. And I can some shell pa.
Yeah, what you say? Bye. Yes, one more friend, Musumbeti Afre. Yafa last call and after fetch me in run a year. Now I'm on for Ababigu, so unfortunately I can only take one call at a time. And Tiwa now will free Biano, Usubeti Afre. Yafa your last call and I fetch me in and run a year. And you know, you go so air tram, one friend, why not eating and some now young queen. Take on them, Hello.
Yeah, oh, lawyer. Pacho, 20 feet, no. Lawyer Pacho, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You are live on Facebook.
Oh, am I?
Yes, we are doing a program on Facebook. So if you want to talk to me, let's talk later. Because everything that you say is going live on air.
Then I'll call you later.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, lawyer.
Hello, good afternoon to you. Nampacho did say nakasa free.
I'm Pacho, your friend Nanaya, I'm a weekend.
Live on Facebook, Nana Yanko. Didn't beat me yama.
Lawyer Pacho, question with the answer and fan that program here we
No problem. No problem.
The TB testing. The Pacho requirement document na medebe brewon. I
I mean for TB certificate in come once and I'm documenting number and I say we application and they do baby and some TB no.
Okay. Under normal circumstances, no, and can we application if you are not quite TB no. Now say no problem one is say TB no unya appointment in early. Say I'm no work say we could book now this is September. And it's ankebeye dia and tentem na book TB appointment no.
Okay.
And yenya appointment date no ebia for 4th of September. Your application na nanke book for the fingerprint no 5th of September. Said ya obetimi aye ni nyina around the same time.
Oh, okay.
Patros what man say. And I say no say TV no be ya. Say this will book online. Now what take your appointment? And what I will do is say me send the link number how you can do it because oh share link na will break akra. Ti me send it bro be easy on follow na on buku obuku a o ma ye hu data we buku. Said the ya application you know na say ye appointment for the fingerprint na ye betimi a manage time no because obi wo ha e bia o free kontomre a e wo bi ho ba bi na eba enya sa afie na oba be fingerprint oba be TV na wasa call back and send wasa back aba be appointment to submit his fingerprint and it's anybody free anybody ni akra e man ye difficult and it's therefore anybody free chire ana eba akra ba be submit ya ye betimi a work around that say the anybody ne ba obeda akra no aye oye TV ni bia ade chia no akọ handling the supporting documents na fi wasa enya ho akọ ba bia so woko.
Okay.
Right.
Mate. I got you this one share appointment no muko.
Ti me send the link no for e ama no na wetimi aye tuberculosis appointment na to. Sesia no obebuku tuberculosis appointment you are looking at mid-September and abinya appointment. Ti demo aye atwen no na demo na atwen ne ko nechi.
Okay.
Aha. Ti be ni ntem. Why?
That's it.
No problem. That's it. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you for joining us. This is Justice and Law Solicitors. Unit 35B, 49 Efra Road, Brixton, London, SW21BZ. If you want to come and see us, then by all means, you can call us Monday to Friday, 0207-993-5976. Our emergency number is
Open
Yes, thank you for joining us. This is Justice and Law Solicitors. My name is David Darker. Yes, we work Monday to Friday, 35B 49 Ephraim Road, Brixton, London. Hello, we've got a phone call. Hi, good afternoon to you. Nampacho did say that as a friend.
Free Ghana, Charles Emery.
Charles Emery from Ghana, all the way from Ghana. Thank you very much for calling us, Mr. Charles Emery.
Yes, sir.
And then Mr. Charles Emery.
Yes, sir. Just to Miss Boabas, Mishra, where you my power, yeah. Man, Koswan, Tinani Munchro, no more in Gia, and a Fabroa, Ghana for a walk into.
Amen.
Mishra. Yeah, really. In the question, we just want to commend you and also say that God will bless you for the wonderful work you are doing. Yamishra, Yamenka, it's a lawyer. Justice and law solicitors. No size.
No size. Yeda wasipi say was wadaji. Na edewie botimi afrey na wo hye yen kran said ye no yen koso nye ntimi moa amanfo. Na nyame adwuma ne de so many ways obi ane de oye edeboa ne man ene amanfo. Na encouragement say bi na etimi ba ha every Saturday ebeye program yi. Encouragement say bi na etimi ma ye vim ema etimi de ye adwuma ema hote edeboa amanfo ewo akwan pi so. Nyame ensure wo so me de meaning say you have done so much for a lot of people. I haven't seen you face to face, but I can see and I've seen what you've done. And to see Nyame ensure pa na me see Nyame so beti na mama.
Amen.
Amen. Metawasipi. Bye. Bye bye. Yes, next week. The Messiah SHM. I start watching and I was for TV. And no master Adam. And there will be a church show. Thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Charles Edward, thank you for joining us. I've been at us. Nana Himasako, Ladies Hatcher, William Barr, Madam Watcher, for joining us. Joseph Tabak, Henry Titi Lapse, Nana Ayin Guns, Abina Johnson, Monica Akoma, Bobby Baby, yes, Obibia Yetiam Odibia Fache, the winner was as joining us. It's next week, and we say Yankopon beside your chair, you beside a sheer epium. Or say Obruma Kuma, or the Pejine, or Sunechi any Abua, Bienua, or chair or sono. Sasuna Yakan lawyer, Akukudama, lawyer Bienua, Udi justice and loyalty, Obini and Anna Obini Yechi, Yankopon dom, Yin Kunya, Yin Kunya or him or him crew, a inshira and empire ball. And the Munina Masi, any more pieball, any more support, and more the Tayechi. Yes, Yin Kumunima said that we will keep fighting. until the bones are rotten. And yet they will give up on you. Once we saw, we say, yes, that's okay, Sima. We fight until we win. Provided they say, any panel, okita hompa, or the better yichi, I'm your yejuma pa mano. Ebekoso akumama. What do be also brave? Be making sure when you go as be fighting Amadunia Chrono or Shishano and Saka. Say, enya dia, baby, any pan person fan M1, ye be money options, number be a one, yetini abuano, amanaka kusi pay. Etimu na yadamase, Yankopo in Shaman Kamoso. This week's also GCE for no GCSE Omo resource ever out. We a parent, Nasa Oba, Abia Grace in Pa na wo peno. So one son can, don't give up. Fight for your child. All that I will say to you is this: don't sit at home and say, oh, my banner grade are now open and son can school no open. The when you say grade no, ain't me for shisho for framano. Mame, papa. Ejuada ebranda bubuketem so akra ne nsane fa ne ko school mu ono go and fight for your child, because the school who say when you break and you want the school bad for your child. I'm telling you, a beer no movement be hobiti na siama na mbom utina fie na you accept what it is. Udu babro mesrepi awofo no edu baby a you grow boss na you move nko forward na nko fight for our children. Ana ekromo say one fight ya won sanka ebi ompa won saka esebe say bi ayema se one wani amre no ntu anamo a. I'm telling you, obi de ye fe ne say obi basically you be washing, because sana say system na kwakoye e was all the takashi ni edin na uko fight na kwako fight enti no tipa me be ma agofo bia no. So oba say na we expect no say sample no nya ya, that is not the end of the child's life, because akrabi o ho a omonyini nyina na dwene mu bie mo na ohu ade mo. Enti no, don't give up on your child. I say, oh, me ba we dey wabon, me ba we dey wonya de. Now it's some negative thoughts na tem bia na bi mo parents ni bi e ka kire omo ma no. It's not good, because emre pi no obi ani say no si develop. Obu a child would on them develop as fast as he can. But we encourage akra na motivate akra na. Bo say akra ni nyina, bo say na dwene mususu ebi na ohu ade easily. Ebi man ebi mature early, ebi so mature late. Na say de kan ye no, ye say abebi wo ho a eba be wu aneso. Enti ebesremo, don't give up on your children. Keep fighting for them, because at the end of the day, if you give up on them, ebi their potential and what you could become, no, you also give up on them. And all that I can say to all parents is that go forward and fight for your children. Say school about air person where grade in impa, would you pick up the child, pick up the grades and go to the school, demand to speak to the headmaster, go and sell yourself, because exams say anything can happen. Say you who pass exams and then say wabi. You say they na po atu, or no na wabi. Say uko exams you know apo atwa, eye de ya we chat it no. E bia kwa na ben obeko na po anto. Na e failure de obey nyina no eye a matter of, you know, a modimbo any struggle and the pass the test no. A body sana me mo me nya wadwene say bia kwa ni ma de e bia na po na anto. It's a best shape. You don't give up on your children, go and fight for them and make sure say they get the best out of the system and out of the situation. Justice and non-solicitors, Macramo. Next week, you better issue beam. It's your family and your day empon program. Or stretching yabua or brumankuma.
We are Santini Batina Catausi, 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 we all be Batina Catausi, we are fighting Batina Catausi, Catausi, Mama.